I think I see one person in. Let's see if this chat is working. If you can hear me, can you please drop a good morning in the chat? Apologies for the late start here. Experiencing some technical difficulties. Can you hear me okay? Everything sounds pretty clear for you? All right, cool. I think we are good to go then. Make sure I got all my stuff and we will get started. Cool. All right. Got my key card, need that one. Water bottle. All right. Just trying not to be too loud since it's kind of early in the hallways. Didn't want to create too much noise. Wake people up. We are going to head down to, there is a really neat bridge, so we probably get a really nice view of the sunrise. So we're going to migrate that way. I think that is the only time I have ever not seen anyone at the front desk. Usually there's always someone up there. 4 a.m. might be a little too early for them. But, okay, cool. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. We're actually gonna head this way. It is 4:19. Again, apologies for the late start. Me being not as tech savvy. I couldn't figure out how to start the scheduled live without it wanting me to invite a guest. So, not sure where I went wrong there when I scheduled the live. Maybe I accidentally put add live guest, but feels really nice out. The last like 3-ish days we've been hitting like almost 100 degrees. But it has been very hot and humid, so it feels kind of cool since the sun's not out quite yet. How's the weather been for everyone else that's in the chat? Is it a little bit cooler where you're at, or still hot? Hot there too. Yeah. Oh, welcome. We'll enjoy the coolness, at least for the next few hours until the sun comes up. We're heading in towards the city. Oh, and good timing too. The light just turned green. Heading towards the left side there would be as if we were heading towards the train station. So maybe on another live we could migrate towards the train station route. I can kind of see a little bit. The sun's peeking up. So the sun was scheduled to start at 4:44 a.m. So I'm going to try to book it over to the spot that I initially wanted to show y'all. But it's very neat seeing all of the trains kind of lined up coming along the bridge here. We'll see whether or not if I can make it to the main bridge I was trying to get to before the sun comes up. Really hot there. The fun of the change of seasons is it always feels like it's really, really hot, and then once the cold weather hits, it just feels really, really cold. What time is it for y'all where you're at? Morning, evening? Oh, vending machine. Got some tea, some sports water, some coffee, which I may grab on the way back. Like Eastern, it's close, 3:23, yeah, p.m. Really nice is like every, I don't know, 10 feet or so, there's always a vending machine. There is no shortage of vending machines. And most of them usually have coffee, which is nice. Coffee, tea. This one has Pepsi. Not many cars or people out. I think most of the shops don't really open up until about 10, so there's still quite a few hours before things kind of wake up here. We're actually going to head down one more route because we need to go down a little bit. Okay, turned a little early. So there's a really pretty park that's right near where we are going to be walking towards. Shitori Gardens. I think I posted a video already for Shitori Gardens. But there's a really neat bridge that's not too far from there that we will be headed towards. Fun of waiting for the cross light. Welcome everybody in the chat. Looks like we got two more who hopped in. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. for whomever hopped in. We are on our way through the city right now to head towards a bridge to hopefully catch the sunrise is the goal. It's just starting to get a little light already though, so we'll see. How's everyone's summer going so far? We're just getting past like the holiday weekend there for the US. Anyone do anything fun? I'm dying upstairs. Working. All of the funness. The heat, that's true. Okay, I think we're on the right track now. I think I made a slight off turn in the back. Don't know if we'll hit there by 4:44, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to hit there by 4:44. If not, you might get that view up there. Give me some of that Pocari Sweat. It's a little early. I'm still waking up for Pocari Sweat. I will definitely be getting the Pocari Sweat, but I think I'm gonna get coffee first once this live stream ends. Oh yeah, heading towards the main road. We got a few cars here. Another Family Mart. We are on Fushimi Dori Street in Nagano. So Nagano is really pretty. I think I showed a few videos too of highlight reels, but there's just all these like random trees and flowers and stuff that are kind of throughout the city. It makes it really pretty as you're going through to see the area, add some life to the city too. I'm almost positive we'll probably see a vending machine within the next few feet that probably has some form of Pocari Sweat. Lately I've been experimenting with the other versions of kind of the sports drinks. They have Pocari Sweat, they have Aquarius, Dakra, might be mispronouncing that one. And then there's a third one too that I can't think of the name of. Yep, and lo and behold, vending machine does in fact have Pocari Sweat. Oh, looks like these ones are mostly Pocari Sweat and green tea. Yeah, the sun is starting to come up. So I know Pocari Sweat was mentioned, but what is everyone's favorite drinks? Anyone have a favorite morning drink you like to drink when you first wake up? All of the coffee drinkers, if you want to drop a coffee emoji in the chat. Good morning. My goal was to try to get to this bridge by sunrise, but the sun is starting to come up a little bit, so I don't know if we'll make it to see that full sunrise coming up. But let's see, we got some coffees in the chat. We're talking about our favorite morning drinks. Water's always a good one. Tea. Oh, tea is always a good one too. There is a ton of tea here. Probably going to mispronounce it, but Megucha is more like a brown tea. It reminds me a bit of coffee. It's got like more of a coffee aftertaste to it, but that's pretty good. I've had that a few mornings, especially when I know it's going to be super hot instead of the typical coffee. But today is going to be a coffee morning for me. Oh, we got another water emoji in the chat. So for those who are just joining, we are heading through this center city of Nagoya, heading off to the bridge area. My hope was to see a sunrise at the bridge, but still get to see a really nice view of the bridge, kind of overlooking the river here. Yeah, it's a cool TV tower. As the day starts to brighten up a little bit, we might see a few more people coming out. The area that we're walking through, there's not really a ton of mainstream buildings. We're in kind of more of the businessy side of Nagoya. So you're not really going to see any larger stores like Don Quixote or any really mainstream grocery stores on this side. We'll be going past a school, maybe a car wash, but Nagoya is nice because it's kind of like a centralized location. So we took a field trip that Saturday up to Kyoto, and it was only about an hour-ish. I think Osaka is like an hour-ish from where we're at now. Tokyo is a little bit longer. I think Tokyo is closer to 3 hours. Oh, Levi says hi. Hello, Levi. Here we go. Yes. A lot of advertisements for upcoming the upcoming politicians, or that one says healthcare. So There's a lot of these like overcrossing bridges here. Makes it nice when you want to get across to the other side. Welcome in the chat. Looks like we got a few new people hopping in too. So what day are we on? Monday, so it's kind of earlier in the week for us. I think this week, today's supposed to be nice, but after today it's going to be a bit rainy. It looks like there's rain in the forecast for the rest of the week, so this was the last kind of clear-ish day that we could do a live stream. I have Death Note. Ooh! That is one of my favorite series, is Death Note. What are everyone's favorite anime series? We got Death Note. For all my video game lovers, there's actually a Capcom exhibit going on too. It's not a rent-a-bike place, but it is, you can buy a bike. So, there's a Capcom exhibit going on. So that was my first train of thought at the Nagoya Art Museum, where they go through, I think they have Street Fighter, Resident Evil, and a few other the Capcom games. So it's something kind of fun happening in Nagoya right now. But we got the buying a bike once we get across our crossing here. We can peek in through the window to see some of the bikes. Bikes are kind of the main port of transportation. Truck-kun. We do not want to get isekai'd by truck-kun. With it being early, there's a lot of truck-kuns out right now. So no truck-kun. Oh yeah, favorite anime though. Yeah, Fire Force. Nice, that's a good one. Kind of neat. We made a visit to the International Manga Museum on Saturday. We had popped up to Kyoto, and there was a ton of really cool anime. I'm so sorry. With kanji, I do not know very well. My Japanese level is at probably about a first grader. So 2, 4, 10. Come on. I'm guessing you live in the Nagoya area. It is a beautiful place to live. So we got Fire Force. What other animes we got out there? Teru. Kawaka. Kind of a few other shops that are starting to get their days started. It looks like the deliveries are being made this early. Something else that's kind of cool is there's always really intricate drain covers here. I think each one I've seen has like at least some sort of design to it. It's actually a Pokemon one that I ran into yesterday when I went up to Toyohashi to visit a friend. And there's a ton of Pokemon drain covers throughout pretty much the whole region. I don't know exactly how many drain covers there are, but there are quite a few Pokemon drain covers. There's a school that way. Another vending machine. We're walking through. So 4:44 was the scheduled start time for the stream. Rurouni Kenshin. That is a pretty good one too. No, so I do not smoke, but I know there are some people that do, and it can be very helpful to some, but I do not. My bad habit of choice is caffeine. So I go through and I do drink quite a bit of coffee. Between coffee and energy drinks, Red Bull is always delicious. As we're going through the city, is everyone more city people or more countryside, more suburb? What's your kind of favorite area of choice? There's some perks and benefits to each area. I feel like Nagoya is more of like a suburby area. We got a lot of like buildings, but then also it's not too far from nature. Alright, you're on the main strip of where this bridge is that I want to show y'all. Welcome, welcome. Looks like we have a few people that just hopped in too. We're going through in the chat talking about favorite animes as well as our morning drinks of choice. So here is the main river that's not too far from our hotel. The sun is kind of chasing us over there, so might be able to get to that bridge before the sunrise fully comes up. Yes, we are almost there. We actually might head down one more bridge. And see, there's the garden area is on the other side. So we'll head on over. Yeah, so this area is about maybe 20 minutes from the hotel, which it looks like our live stream is going on 30, which makes sense because I get distracted kind of easily by many things. And we started from technically inside the hotel room, so we had a full walkthrough of from there to here. Been a lot of really pretty like flowers throughout the entire city. Yeah, it's pretty good walking distance. Good for early morning. Where is that? Oh, sorry, there was a little bug that kind of crawled across. Our goal is the bridge. And with it being so early, it's not quite as hot, so the walk is definitely not too bad. Walking is good. Jogging is very ambitious. I'm not about jogging at 4 o'clock in the morning. Would be a good way to start your morning though. Definitely would wake you up a bit. Nice view of the river here. There's actually or that way. There's a like sports area. They have a huge like baseball field and soccer field. As I said earlier, not too many shops. This area is more nature's gardens. Heading back to the main strip though, if we were to go the opposite direction in the city, there is Don Quixote, Gigo. So Don Quixote is kind of like, and a more intense version of our like Ollie's. We have like Ollie's Superstore. So Don Quixote is like a Ollie's Extreme. There's a lot of really cool products for pretty good prices. And then also further in the city, there's a lot more like gaming centers. There's a few karaoke places where you can go play some karaoke. Can I see any fish in the river? Ooh, good question. Let's look to see. I don't think so. We're pretty dark here. No fish as of yet. Maybe the fish are still waking up too. Although I haven't really seen too many fish in these rivers. In the garden area that we'll be walking near, there's a ton of fish. They have quite a selection of koi fish. There have been a really wide selection of crows, though. I think I've seen at least 10 crows, which is more crows, I think, than I've seen ever. There's been a ton of crows. And they'll just, like, be chilling in the middle of the street or walking through. The crows have no fear. Neither do the birds, either. Osu isn't too far, and Osu has a shopping district. And in Osu, there's a temple. And in front of the temple, you can actually feed the birds. And the birds all just like jump on top of you. It's like somebody else had the same idea we were thinking, head on top. See the sunrise. Also a really neat park that way too that has it's really kind of larger mural. Oh, I hear a crow. Oh, see? So many crows. The crows must be pretty popular in this area. Itachi is near. I'll have to keep my eyes out. So this bridge has these like ramps here. The ramps are actually for bikes. So if you have your bicycle, you can wheel your bike up without having to worry about climbing up the stairs, which makes it nice. All right, we have arrived. Whew. We got the sun water view. Sunrise is that way, so here a little bit early. Sure, we'll probably see the sun come up a bit more. It also might not fully show. I don't know exactly how, with the weather, if we would see a full sunrise or not, but I actually don't remember the name of this bridge. I looked it up yesterday, but the name is escaping me. But I don't know if I can zoom. Oh, I can zoom. So we get kind of more of the city on the left heading in is where a lot of the shops are. And then towards the right is more of residential. We have some parks a sports field. I haven't explored too far on this side of the ridge yet, but a lot of cool sights to see. It is a really pretty area. All right, so there are 2 routes we can go on the way back. We have left this route over here, which will take us through to like this neat, like smaller park area that has a mural. Or we could make a right, head back this way, and walk through the kind of sports field, which is more just kind of like a large baseball field sports complex. Does anyone have a preference on route? We could go through the park on the left side or walking through the sports complex area on the right. Portal that's behind me. No portal here, but we'll head towards the park because that's pretty much like a portal. Definitely feels more apocalyptic heading towards the park area. I don't know if the park isn't used as often or maybe the grass just grows super quickly. But you said park it is. Well, you said walk through a portal, so. And lo and behold, another vending machine. Hello, buckle up, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. We're doing a morning walk. Our goal was to catch the sunrise on this beautiful river here. How are you doing today? Buckle up. Another view of that river we got going on here. I love the water, so I am partial to being along the river. Nice. Yeah, the heat has been no joke lately. I imagine ATL is probably really hot too. I'm gonna make a little bit of side divot. Head over to this park area. Another kind of neat water shot. As I said earlier, the area we're in is more residential, so not as many major shops here yet. We do have this amazing mural though. So we had more of a water view before. We're kind of stepping in through And more crows. There's so many crows. View of this mural here. Not quite sure what the sign says. I will walk up a little bit closer towards it in case anybody wants to screenshot and Google Translate, have at it. Or if anybody knows Japanese offhand without having to Google Translate, also have at it. The hiragana I can pick up bits and pieces of. Kono something wa. 2000. So, but really beautiful mural. And as requested to step into a portal of another world, we have a portal here. I don't think it was quite the portal you were thinking of, but a portal of some sorts. I can be interpretive. All right. And there's that. Mini portal. There are some pretty, kind of see a little bit, butterflies floating around. It feels like a portal into another world because this area is very peaceful. So many butterflies. And a nice park. It's one thing that is super cool. I don't think we ever had anything quite like this at the parks that were around our area. But this guy here is actually like a mini zip line, which is kind of cool. So you take this piece here, and then you bring it down. You actually jump off and swing with it. So, kind of a fun feature to have. And some swings. Nice little rock climbing wall area. Actually, there was a spot over here that I was curious on. Walked by the first time but didn't stop through. First I wasn't sure if these were cut down trees or statues, but it definitely looks more like on the statue. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So, statue root. All right, we'll get out of our park area here and start heading back towards the city because it looks like we've got a few. All of the butterflies. And or maybe moths. I'm not sure. They look pretty. Might be misdiagnosing our insects here. That area. Kind of like some overgrown fountain, an overgrown fountain of sorts. few regular birds flying around. I'll divvy it back. Another crow. Just chilling there. They are chilling. So we have the bridge. We can head back across, or we could make a left and head back down. Oh, Crow was like, I don't want to be on the same side as you. I'm heading over to that side. Or we could head down, kind of walk this footpath back this way. So we are in Nagoya. Ooh, I'm probably going to get the prefectures mixed up, but I think it's Aichi. Right? It's Nagoya, Aichi. You can correct me on that. So for those who don't know hopping in, so Nagoya is the city. The prefectures are kind of like the states. So there are quite a few different areas throughout Japan. So I guess prefectures might be more wider than states because there are quite a few cities within the prefectures. But I guess that would be the best comparison I can think of right now. But we are in Nagoya. So we're in kind of the city outskirts of Nagoya. Oh, our crow friend came back up to say hello. I don't have food for you, Crow. I'm sorry. So we can either head down, walk this path down here, or we could make a right and go towards the bridge. Bridge? All right. Any other? Oh, that crow is like really getting closer. Hi, Crow. Yeah, definitely wants food of some sort. Again, no fear. Other than the pigeon attack that happened the other day, I don't think I've had birds get quite this close before. So move away before he starts pecking me. Bridge. So heading towards the bridge. I think that's the area of choice. Yeah. Can get another view of the water while we're up here. Gozaimasu. Maybe we'll swing through the sports complex. Still, that way you can get kind of a view of both. So the other side of our bridge. Everyone's kind of starting to wake up, so we're seeing a bit more joggers coming through. Kind of a bit of the sunrise there. Oh, sounds like our crow friend might be following us. Unfortunately, I still don't have food for our crow friend, so we'll see how far he goes. So as we're heading towards the sports complex, do people play sports or do people watch sports? Are y'all sports fans? Watch those crows, one of the most intelligent birds in the world. That's true. Crows definitely have a sixth sense for things. That crow is not giving up. He wants to be friends. We'll see how far along the journey he follows us. How gozaimasu. So we're heading towards the sports complex area. Looks like they do kind of have it closed off. I only follow the Georgia Bulldogs. Ah, nice. Any other sports fans here? Georgia Bulldogs, are those, what sport is that? I should probably know. I definitely don't know sports. So our sports field here is adaptable for many different sports. They got a dugout on that side though, so maybe baseball. There's another one across the way here. College football. Nice. We have our state team, well, college team that a lot of people follow, Ohio State. If I say OH, anyone in the chat? The end piece. Oh, he said OH, the end. A lot of people will say IO at the end of our OSU games. Another vending machine. Looks like that sports field is kind of closed off. I don't know if you can fully see, but that one is also another field. It's got a scoreboard. When we walk around, you might see a little bit. Oh, that's a better view. So, baseball, I think there is a famous team here. I know I was talking with somebody else and they said there's a famous sports team here. Believe it's baseball. Oh yeah, the band is pretty amazing. Got a place over here that is also closed. Downside of 5 a.m. is that not many people up, and a lot of stuff is closed, but we have pretty empty walkways, don't have to worry about too many people. We'll be kind of migrating back towards the city next. We are going through the more businessy districts, so not as many like arcades or things on this side of the city. On another live stream or walking video, maybe we'll go through some of the more popular areas and walk through them all, but just wanted kind of a quiet morning to walk through, show y'all the sunish rise and the river. So these guys are actually super cute. They're the mascots that are all throughout the Aichi Expo. So they're kind of adorable little guys. But we saw them when we went to Ghibli. They have an expo parked where you can kind of see the different things people have brought in throughout the expos. And what the World Expos are they get a group of people from all over the world to bring newest like technology and advancements to one expo. So there's actually the World Expo going on in Osaka right now, and they have a different mascot. I was told the name yesterday. I don't quite remember the name. Look, we have a cat friend. Just chilling. I am not going to the expo. To me, the expo seems a little crowded. But maybe we'll see how this journey takes us. It's another little like park swing area. Our bird friends still following us. Yeah, and that was a little kind of walk through our sports complex somewhere back on the main river here, which we're going to migrate back towards the hotel. yeah, this year's expo has this really, I don't know how to describe him. He's technically, I think, based off of an angel figure, so he's not quite the same two little furry guys, but anybody knows the name of the mascot for the expo. Come back at 2 months early. Oh, my area's blocked off. We're just gonna slide around. That way we can hop back on the main strip here. Get back in towards the city. I'm trying to think, it's July, any upcoming expos that are closer to like our area. I know there's a ton of different conventions that happen in the fall months across the US. There's actually an anime expo that's happening in Nagoya in August. But unfortunately, I'll be gone by then. I'll be in a different area of Japan. So I'm migrating from Nagoya in another week. So this weekend, seems crazy already that I'll be heading out. This weekend I'm heading out of Nagoya and we'll be going to go climb Mount Fuji. Bridget said cat. Oh, cat. Sorry, I missed the comment, but yeah. There's a few cats that are, they'll kind of wander the area. Underneath the bridges, there's always usually a cat or two. I think it's just because it's a little bit cooler that way. Buckle up. Do you have any conventions near you that you know about? I feel like ATL probably has a pretty good hub of conventions. Yeah, the Nagoya one I think is beginning of August. And then there's another one that's in Tokyo too that's not too far. This is live now. Yep, you are hopping in the stream. We're on like the midway point walking back. Welcome, welcome. We just finished, so I can walk across the street here to show you our view. I'll let our jogger grow. We just finished doing a loop. Dragon Con. Ooh, that sounds fun. We just finished doing a loop and I went that way, went through a portal of sorts into a park and are heading back towards the city. It's one thing that's on my list is to go to a few more conventions this year. So Dragon Con sounds pretty awesome. Tell them I said hello. It is 5:20 a.m. where we're at right now, so still fairly early. Starting to see a bit more people as the day as the day gets started. Ooh, so you have the inside scoop. You can tell us all of the details. Being a volunteer. Thank you for hopping in, Bridget. Enjoy your evening. Tell Levi I said hello to, and Joey as well. Yeah, we got this nice river here that's not too far from the hotel. About 20-ish minutes. Biggest tip, get a hotel year in advance. Ooh, that is a very good tip. All the host hotels sell out early. Yeah, anytime you're going to a convention, it's always earlier the better. Hotels and VIP badges, I feel like the VIP badges usually at conventions go pretty quickly. But hotels can be very difficult. Our sun is coming up a bit more to the right. I didn't map out my directions fully, but we still get a nice view. Nice view of the area. We'll be heading to the city here. Well, probably like 10-ish minutes, so I'll be able to head to the city. So I volunteered. Got to move celebs from panel to panel. Ooh! Ohayou gozaimasu. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think the closest convention to like the Toledo area, we have Anna Marathon. I think Anna Marathon's probably the closest. And then we used to have Glass City Con. That was a fun one too. And then going down towards like Cincinnati, there's a huge expo. We went to that one a few years ago. It was a comic book expo. I need to get time in Shiga. Probably not. So I'll be here mostly kind of in this area through Saturday. And then Saturday the 12th? I think Saturday's the 12th. Whatever day the 12th is, I'll be checking out and then migrating over to Fujikawa. And I'll be in the Fuji area for about 4 days. I'm going to climb Mount Fuji. We'll see how that goes. But climb Mount Fuji on the 13th and then spend some time in that area. And then I'm migrating over to Iwakuni. So we're going to make a pit stop in Nara just for a little bit, see the deer, head towards Iwakuni. And then after Iwakuni, kind of migrating back and making a few stops as I'm heading back towards the Haneda airport. So on the way back, we're going to stop in Miyajima, Hiroshima, and then Himeji, Fukusaki, Kobe, and last but not least, Shibuya, before making the way back to the Haneda airport. The temp right now is, my watch is still in sleep mode. I'm gonna take my watch out of that. It's 82. So today it's supposed to get to a high of 99. There's a U.S.-style paddle boat on Lake Biwa. Ooh, cool. Huh. While we're waiting for the light, I'm gonna do another one last view of the river before we start heading towards the city. Probably see it one more time when we cross over, but not quite the same view as what we just got. A lot of joggers out this morning. Thank you, buckle up. Definitely got a busy itinerary. So I got my sneakers, so hopefully they last me well. And some hiking shoes. I did bring hiking shoes. I didn't, Yes. The crosswalks do make sounds for hearing impaired. It kind of sounds like a bird chirping. I'm sure you'll hear it as we get closer to the city. It goes off a little bit more in that way. There's a few more crosswalks where you have stoplights. You'll also see as we get closer to the city these like yellow lines of doom that are on the ground that are helpful for those who are blind. I jokingly call them yellow lines of doom because they're very difficult if you have suitcases to get them across. It actually popped a wheel on our suitcase the last time we were in Japan. Oh yeah, doing so much walking. 3 weeks in Korea, that's awesome though. What areas of Korea did you end up stopping through? I think the walking, I've been doing a lot of walking for sure. Going to Nagoya, you'll see in an upcoming video. But there's a huge hill, and it has been definitely kicking my butt into gear trying to walk up that hill at Nanzan. Nanzan University is very beautiful. I was talking to some of the students at Nanzan, and they said that actually there's no cars allowed at all. So even if you're a student or a teacher, you cannot have any of your cars like in campus like that. So there are some nearby dorms, and mostly everyone walks into campus. So hopefully by the end of this, I'll be in pretty okay shape for Fuji-san. Has anyone else visited out of the country? So we got Korea. Or visited across the globe. There's some buses here loading up. Deliveries. That's a cute sign. So there are in fact fish in the water somewhere. We just couldn't quite see them earlier. Oh, looks like a turtle too. What's really kind of interesting as you get closer to the city is you'll have these crosswalks, and then in the busier parts of the city, there's actually all walking crosswalks. So anytime that the green light is on to walk, every single red light is off, and you can actually cross the street sideways too, which is a weird concept to not just go straight across. A lot of people will just walk right in the middle of the stoplight area. Hello everyone. Looks like we got a few more people that joined. We were just kind of finishing up our walk coming from this Bridge Park area and heading back into the city. A lot more lively when we started our walk at 4 a.m. Sapu-san. or Seoul, Busan, and the joint security area at North Korean border. Oh, cool. In Korea, are they mostly walking? Do they use public transportation? Do people drive a lot? I know here it seems like most people either walk or use their bikes or use the train, or kind of like the three. There are people that drive, there are cars, but you do have to pay extra for your parking spaces, as well as there's a very rigorous process to go to get a car. So it can be difficult to get a car here. I was talking with one of my classmates, and they are from Singapore, and they were telling me that it's like over $100,000 to get a car in Singapore because of the processes of, you have to get like I don't remember if you call it the license or approval. Each car has something on it that you have to pay so much money for. And it's very expensive to get a car in Singapore. Various train systems. Oh, cool. Yeah. Trains here, very, very popular too. Another vending machine here. Aquarius is the other one I've been drinking a lot of, other than Pocari Sweat. It's also another pretty good alternative. And they do in fact still have Monster and Red Bull in the vending machines. Right now it's summer, so it's mostly cold, but these actually will be red during the winter months. And if it's red, that means that it is a hot drink. Oh yeah, it's expensive. Is it worth getting a car there? Oh, Japan, I mean, I think so. It would be neat to see like the countryside. Here, it's kind of nice because you're connected to the train systems pretty easily. But as you get further out into the countryside, it's a little bit more of a walk. We visited a town last week where the train took us to the front of the city, but then, we walked about an hour-ish to get to the closest temple. So, cars are nice, but the process can be very, very difficult. Busan is a hop-on, hop-off bus tour that hits all the major sites. That's nice. Oh, a doggy. Kawaii. So cute. We did a hop-on, hop-off bus tour when we went to Alaska, and it was really neat because we could just hop on, hop off. We got into a bit of trouble though because when we were on our hop-on, hop-off tour, one of the buses broke down when we were in Canada, and we almost got stuck in Canada. Thankfully, the cruise, we were on a cruise ship, and the cruise waited for us. But handful of U.S. states that have driver's license reciprocity. Huh. I did not know that, so that's good to know. I was contemplating getting my international license when I was on my way here, but I kind of figured I'd be using the trains most of the time. So I ended up not getting my international license. But to get your international license is actually a fairly easy process. I had, when we went to Japan the first time, gotten my international license. And all you need to do is go to like AAA. And then once you're at AAA, actually I might take a left. It's like a short fee, like $30 or so. And then you give them your license, so then they'll just give you an international one. Yeah. Part of the reason why I didn't get one this time is because I never used my one from the last trip. I had ambition, but definitely did not. I think we might take it right. We might make it a little bit of a side journey. What is kind of nice though is that with the international licenses, I think they're good for like a full year or so. So I don't remember exactly how good mine was. I feel like it was good for about one. It was only good for 1 year. But so if you're there a little bit long term, it makes it easy. Yeah, really cool indeed, especially once we get to the main strip. Like I said, this is more a residential area, so not as many kind of popular businesses. As we start to getting closer a bit back towards kind of Yamat Station, there'll be a few more popular restaurants and stuff. One thing that's thrown me off a bit is they have the regular vending machines, but then there's also like beer vending machines. So you can just grab alcohol from a machine. I don't think that this is it. Most of these main ones are just water. Yeah. Coffee, Pepsi, juice, tea. I get this green tea a lot. There's another green tea too that I get quite frequently. So we got Nagoya Port to the left and then Nagoya Station to the right. As we start getting close to the city, we'll see more konbini, so 7-Eleven. Yeah, with the heat, it's been good to have the easy access to vending machines. That and shaved ice. The shaved ice here is really good. We have made quite the circle loop around. If I'm remembering correctly, there's a coffee shop right along here that I usually enjoy going to. Might be further back the other way. But Nagoya is definitely a beautiful city. Are you going to summit Fuji? Yes. Yep. So I'll be climbing the top. So what I'm doing is I'm starting my climb on the 13th. Hopefully by like, when I was looking at the buses, it showed like 9 a.m. was the earliest bus, but I've watched a few different videos online that show a local bus leaving at like 6 a.m. So I'd like to get there by like 6 or 7 to have an hour or so to get used to the adjustment in the altitude. They say to take an hour once you first get there because the bus will take you up to the 5th station. And once you get to the 5th station, then kind of relaxing, getting used to things. And then I got a mountain hut for halfway up. So only going up to the 8th station, taking rest, and then climbing fully to the summit on the next day. My goal is to get a sunrise, but we'll see. Might be kind of like today where we might see part of the sunrise, but I think to see a sunrise at Fuji, you have to get up by like 2 a.m. So you have to get up kind of early, but it sounds like the mountain hut will wake you up. So we'll see. Anyone else here, climbers or hikers? If so, what have y'all all climbed? We did, 2 weekends ago, we did Mount Go's Ice Show, which, very pretty climb. The main trail was closed off, which was the one that we were thinking we were going to take. Due to a landslide, a lot of trees were knocked over, so I actually ended up taking a different route, which was more like rock climbing than hiking. It was very difficult, but very rewarding. A little bit at AT. A little bit of AT. Oh, cool. How's school been? School's been good. It's been interesting. We've gone through a lot of really neat topics. We've talked about religious influences and pop culture and anime. And the implications behind it. We've gone over gender representation in pop culture too, and how different things are subconsciously assigned to different gender roles for technology, for different personalities too, and how that's impactful to the pop culture itself, as well as people's interpretations of it. Appalachian Trail. Okay. I was gonna say, AT sounds familiar, but I didn't know which one. So Appalachian Trail. That sounds pretty awesome. Oh. The little dogs are always more energetic. So what's kind of cool is you can see there's like bikes on the right side, walking on the left. So if you are riding a bike, you can still have your own trail, but also be off of the highway area. Not all areas have that, but. A gas station here. Cosmo. I haven't quite figured out the gas prices, but I'm not driving, so I guess it doesn't apply to me as much. What degree are you pursuing? So I'm pursuing a degree in liberal studies with a concentration in Japanese studies. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the gas prices are. I haven't quite figured out how to read it yet. It looks like 181 yen, but I don't know what that's for. If that's per liter, per gallon. I don't know. The measuring system here is a bit different. I know even as I was talking with another student, they're helping me get a suitcase because my suitcase broke on the way here. And she asked me how big my suitcase was, but she referred to it as like, is your suitcase 70 liters or 65? And then they don't really use inches here either. Inches aren't like a thing, so trying to explain it's 60 inches by whatever, they only use centimeters. So the measuring system is a bit different. So I'm not sure exactly gas-wise what's that measured in. There's actually on that way, across the way, is a really good Slushy place, shaved ice, not slushy, shaved ice. Said more of a residential area, but still nice. I'm where I think we are. We should be passing a temple soon. Some of the crosswalks will have like little like lines along the left and right side of the person, and then as it starts to get closer for it to switch to walking, you can see when you're able to walk. Time does it start to get busy? Probably closer to like 7, I'd say. People start to leave for work. As you can see now, there's already a bit more people coming through. So it's starting to pick up a little bit. 6 o'clock, I'm guessing, is when people start going up. Works out to about $4.75 a gallon. Thank you. Buckle up. It is appreciated. So expensive, man. $4.75 a gallon. Takai. You need a bike, yes. Bike's good. Walking is nice though. I wouldn't be able to hold the phone and bike at the same time. But bikes are definitely used a lot here. The hotel I'm staying at has free breakfast that will start at 6:30. It goes from 6:30 to 9, so we should be making it back just in time for that. But yeah, it's definitely odd seeing the cars driving on the opposite side. I was actually in the car because we had a bus trip, and then one of our friends, their dad actually drove us up to Mount Bazai Show, so we were in the car with them. And it's definitely weird seeing people sit on the opposite side of the car too. Okay, I'm in the bike lane. Let me scoot my way back. That one's a little bit cheaper, $165, $146. But yeah, it's also weird when you see the crosswalks go the opposite direction. Food, yes. Food and coffee will be items definitely on the list this morning. Y'all have favorite breakfast foods? I'm more of a usually eggs-ish. Usually I'll do like an egg sandwich for breakfast sometimes. Here is a little bit more different because the breakfast at the hotel isn't like a traditional American breakfast, so we got some more unique options. So usually I've been doing a lot of salads for breakfast. You heard food and looked up. No food yet. Still migrating back to the city point. Actually, I think. Oh, it was actually a market. Makes a little use of saying seafood for breakfast. Yeah, it's not quite even the seafood. They have like yakisoba and like fried chicken for breakfast, which is delicious. just throws me off a bit. Yakisoba fried chicken. They've had like potato salad, pasta salad. I've been doing the regular like cabbage salads, and then they have some like sweeter eggs, and then fish too. All good though. All delicious foods. It's actually a really good taco place, not too far from the hotel either. Callejeros? Might be mispronouncing that, but it's pretty good. I'm actually going to, once we get to this stoplight, double check my map to make sure we're going in the right direction. I think there's a Denny's in Japan. Yes, there is a Denny's. There's one right on the corner somewhere over there. One of these street corners. Actually ran into 2 Denny's. Are you getting breakfast? Yes, that is the next stop, is stopping back to the hotel and then getting some breakfast and getting ready for the school day. So I need to check to see. I'm not sure if this will cut off the stream, so apologies if you get cut out here, but I want to make sure we're going the right direction. Not cut off the stream. Are going the right direction. We do need to alter our course a little. Yeah, definitely early enough for all the deliveries to start coming through. Yep, still live. Sorry for the interruption. I had to check the map to make sure that we were going the right direction. I get lost kind of easily, so cool. Good, good. A cool upwards view there of the highways. I think we lost our crow friend. Have to scoot. Thank you for stopping in. Good to chat with you. Buckle up. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whichever time frame it's at. Double check our map, make sure. Like cicadas? I'm not quite sure if that's cicadas or not, but they are very loud. Yes, it is very clean. Also, on Instagram, like there's lots of these random pockets of nature. You'll be walking through the city and then bam, shrouds of shrubbery. We took a little bit of a side detour, so you might walk through this side path here. It still looks super pretty. Oh, got a bug or something that flew in my face, but I guess that's what the fun of the random pathway. Nice little like tables there, a little overgrown with the plants, but very pretty. How's everyone else's evening going so far? Yes, definitely a little bit of a side quest. We got a little derailed from the route back to the hotel. But that's okay, that's what makes it fun. Back towards our river again. Thrown down in the kitchen. Ooh, making breakfast for everybody? Or dinner? Oh, now you can see the sun. It'd be too bright, see? But I guess we still got a sunrise over the water. Just took a little bit. Sumimasen. Sitting at your desk, doing some drawing. day. Yes, so it's Monday. Now we're at 6 a.m. We're outdoor, and my watch is just now picking up that we're gonna walk an hour, an hour-ish in, 2 hours in almost. But yes, Monday at 6 a.m. The lovely sunrise there. And then it's Sunday evening for y'all, right? I think someone earlier said it was like 3 p.m., so it's probably closer to like a little bit closer to 5 or 6 now p.m. on Sunday for y'all. Yes, okay. It is a pretty cool place to be for sure. Happy that I can get on and be able to share with everyone live. It's another view of the river as we're walking back. You can hear like the chirping sound. Well, maybe, I don't know if you can fully hear it somewhere in headphones, but there actually is a chirping sound going on, and it sounds very close to the birds. That was actually the street light. I think we should be hitting the main strip. Yep, there's the Sapporo. Across the street here. Yeah, I know it's been hot out your way. What's the temperature looking like today for y'all? Here we're like 99, maybe real feel like 100 and something. In like the 90s there? Or is it a little bit cooler? We're starting to get a little bit closer back towards the main city. Yellow Brick Road, yes, those are the yellow lines I was mentioning earlier that are for those who are blind, that can be dangerous for your suitcases. But yeah, they have those so that way when there's any stops or anything, they can feel them as they're crossing the road. And usually there'll be some bumps at the end of the roads. 93 here. Ooh, my room is 100. Yeah, that heat. Here is like a combo of like heat plus humidity. So once the sun comes up, it'll start to get super humid. Now that we're not in a rush, get the details on the subway cover are just crazy. There's the lines there. for the end of the road so people know they're about to cross. Actually, take a minute and drink some water. I've been collecting stickers for my water bottle. We got one from our culture center that we visited, Furukawa. I'm not near the deer park, so I will be near the deer park. Yeah, what day is that? On the 17th? So, Nara, actually, Miyajima also has a ton of deer. So maybe we'll get to see some more in Miyajima too. But I will be in Nara for like a day. Is just like a midway point as I'm heading towards Iwakuni, since Iwakuni is a bit of a larger track from here. So I'll be making a pit stop in Nara just to stay for the night and then heading out to Iwakuni. But I will try to, in that time frame, get some footage in, maybe do a live. Mostly here is just the crows, birds. Our gas prices again at Enos. These are starting to pick up a little bit more, so I can see a few more vans and cars on the road. So Aeon is the popular mall here. So there's a sign coming up for it. They have a lot of variety of shops and things there. I already feel that sun coming up. We started at 93. Let's see where we're at now. Or no, we started at 80. We're in the 80s. And now we're starting to get up to the 90s. So. Another vending machine coming up here. What do we got in this one? Lifeguard. They have, it's like an energy drink. Coffee, tea, Japan cider. Lifeguard Zero. Might try that out at some point. And there's actually this cute little bear. That is a tatami mat to get tatami done. Pretty narrow there. More vending machines. We'll head towards the point where we get to see the train tracks, and then probably call the stream because that'll be right around the corner from the hotel. Let's go! Ikimashou! Pack of crows are nearby, be careful. Yeah. Actually, I think that they, with getting a bit closer to the main road, they all kind of got scared away a bit. So I'm not hearing them anymore. Feeding the goats. Ooh. Any Mountain Dew in that machine? No. No Mountain Dew. They just have the off-brand Lifeguard drink. We have some fammy chicky. Spicy fammy chicky. And then they're doing a Pokemon promotion right now, so they have a lot of Pokemon food at the konbini. So the family chicky, or family chicky, is just chicken. Just like a fried chicken you can get from the convenience store. We had a chance to swim, not yet. So we did go to the beach. What was that, 2 weekends ago? But we like stumbled upon the beach, kind of like how we're doing today. We were walking. So we didn't have our swimsuits with us when we went to the beach. But we might make another trip there at some point because it is hot. So going swimming sounds nice. How about y'all? Have any of y'all had a chance to swim yet this summer? Get to the beach or the pool? Ooh, a local lake. Local lake. Very nice. Yeah, no, we had stopped by, I know it was in Tokoname. I can't remember the name of the beach, but I think I posted a picture of it. It's where we had stumbled upon. Had a chance to dip our feet in, but again, we didn't have our swimsuits, so did not get to swim. see if we get lucky and can see a nearby train coming through. Oh, oh, yep. It's the yellow on the ground. Oh, so that yellow on the ground was that area I was talking about earlier that's for blind people. So they have these lines all across the ground. So that way when people walk, they'll have their canes and they can feel when the sidewalk ends. Another train coming in here. I will be taking the train, probably not soon. When I head to class, I'll take the train. So it's about like a 40-minute train ride to get from here to Nanzan. And then from the train station, it's like about a 10-minute walk. So I'll hop off the train. Yagato Niseki, I think is the train station that Nanzan University hops off on. So I will be taking the train probably in like another hour or so after I get back to the hotel. We're going to get some breakfast, change. We'll do one last kind of side trip through this mini park here before we call it. All right. And our hotel is right over there. It's that way. So thank y'all for hopping in. I am going to hop out, get some food, get some coffee, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.